Now let's start this question. Uh, I would say this question is very popular. You can see so many companies ask this question, right? So I think you need to prepare. Under here, there are two key points we need to consider. It's that, right? That match any single character. The star match zero or more or preceding elements. Now I would say this question a little bit tricky. There's so many edge case we need to consider. And now here I have two categories. So the first one, if the current character in P equal to star, okay, then we have three conditions we need to consider. Otherwise, we have two conditions we need to consider. I will explain each one for you. So now, okay, what is the first uh stemmer mean? 1 second. Here, for example, we know A with stop, it can be empty, right? So next one, the first condition is means okay. Now now we have two. Let me give example here. A x equal to A and P equal to A star. Okay, sorry, a little bit messy here. So you understand 2A with one star. So now I will say these two strings are the same. Because why? Because we have the star, right? So we can this star can affect the previous character. So it can say okay, A occur one time or A occur 0 time. If A occur 0 time, which means now we remove this one, right? So finally, P only A character, only this character, and A equal to A, right? So that's why we say actually the first condition is mean. Okay, if we delete the previous A, what happen? Whether the both string are same, if yes, we will say so. That's why we provide this condition. Now the second condition is the star, right? So if the period if period is the point with the star, which means we know the point can match any single character, but we with the star character mean so we have multiple star, right? Maybe 0 star, maybe multiple 1, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. We don't know how many we have, right? Everything depending on the given string. Now, and we have multiple star, right? So which means each star can be any character, any single character. That's why if the current character equal to stop, and then the period is period. Sorry, here should be two. Here should be two, right? It's not one. Here 1 second. Let me remove this one. It should be two here. If current character is stop and period is pointer, right? So now we can say we just assign the true to the we assign the true to the current DP array. Oh, I forgot mention we use the dynamic programming because here we need to use the dynamic programming to find all possible permutation or combination, right? So now I think DP is more suitable for this question. Now here, now let's see the third condition. The third condition is if here also current character is the star, right? Star character, we say because we know if A with one star, for example, we have S, a string contain two a, and the P is 1A with one stop, right? So you can understand. Now we know a start character can affect the previous character. We can, okay, the period character can be 0. Okay, here is empty. Or we can copy one more character over two more character, two more A, just depending on the previous character. So now we know that this S contain 2A. Now we just copy one more A. One more A, right? So here need three condition where we say if S match with the P, right? So you can find out the three condition only connect to related to the star, right? Because star can do so many things. So we need to consider all the possible condition with the star character. So that's why I provide the 3. Now here second condition is else, right? Oh, 1 second. Why? Okay, now we come to here. Okay, if the first character not equal to star, so now we need to check. For example, AA and the AA. So now here mean the period character should be same. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Here, I mean here, if period character are same, you can understand the period character point to the first in the both string because they are same, right? Okay, now actually our current pointer point to the second A. Okay, so that's why period character are same and the current character also same. We say okay, we say this is true, right? And then the second example is you can see the second example a star, right? It's point. It's a point here. So we know point can be any single character. So we know periods character are same. So now we can change the point to A, right? So that's why 2 are the same. So it's here covering the 2 condition if the current character is not star. So now I will show you the table step by step. So hopefully you can understand. Now in the original here, it should be you can understand 1 is the true. The 0, which means is 4. Now in the beginning, we just assign is 0. Now first step, we know here these 2 are same, right? Because we know the current character is not stop. So now we need to go these 2 condition. Here. 1 second. So we need 2 conditions we need to consider. Okay, now we need to check the period condition are same or not. What should be in the period is true. Okay, we know here is true, right? It's true, and then current character also is same. We will say here we need to assign the 1 here. 1 is the true. Now going to the second comparing these 2. So now we know A not. We need to consider these 2 conditions because B is not star, right? If B is not a star, so now we know here is not 1, right? It's not 1, so here we should be assigned 0 here. Okay, now the current character is stop. Okay, now we need to consider these 3 conditions. So which condition we need to we need to use? Now we need So we can consider the first one. We can consider the first one. We know if J, here is J, right? Here's J. The row is not I. J minus 2. Okay. We will count here. We know the current character is stop. And then with J minus 2, if it's true, okay, we can say here is 1. Right? Now we go into next. Now we will go to here. We know this character is pointer, right? So it's point. So we need to consider these two conditions here. So now here, so now you can consider here. If we know they have two conditions we need to satisfy. One condition is that this one should be true. If true, okay, the current character is point. So we will say here should be 1. But we just satisfy one requirement, right? But here two requirement. But we will say here when you it's not 1, it's not 0. It's 0 here. Now we here stop. Now same thing, right? Is the J equal to here, J pointer point to here. If J pointer minus 2, we know here is 1, right? 1. And here also two requirement, two condition, right? We satisfy this condition, and then we also J minus 2, we got this one. We find out here is 1. We will say here we need here is 1. Oh, 1 second. So it's a little bit messy here. Now we finish this first row, right? We finish the first row now. Now we need to go to the second row. We do the same thing here. So okay, we find out A equal to A, but here is 0, right? It's 0, so here also need to 0 because we just make one requirement. We just satisfy one condition, but they have two conditions we need to satisfy. So, but we didn't reach both, right? So that's why here is 0. Now we come to here. The A not equal to B. Okay, we don't need to think too much. We just put the 0 here. So now we come to here is star. Okay, because it's star. So now we have three conditions. So we know the first one we cannot satisfy, right? So if J is J, right? J is here, but J minus 2 will come to here. But we know here is 0. So we didn't satisfy the first condition. So now we need to consider second condition. The second condition is the period character is point, but we know here it's not point, right? Here's B. So we didn't satisfy this second condition. Now we can see the third one. So also here we know here we satisfy first condition, but you can see here if the above of current box is true, and then here. Now we can see here P, because here we can duplicate the previous character, right? If A with the star, we can 2A, right? 2A or 3A, it depends on the given string. So now we can see, even though we copy this B become a BB, if A, BB will equal to this first substring or not? No, right? So that's why here, so we didn't satisfy the three condition. So we will put a zero on the box. So 1 second. So we put a zero on the box. And okay. Now pointer we point to here. So now it can be any character, right? We know. Okay, so I would say now we're here. So I think we satisfy this condition, right? So you can see here is 1, and then current character is point. So here should be 1. So why here should be 1? Let me explain to you. Okay, let me count this out. So here now 1 second. So here we have 2A, right? Because we just reached in the second row at 2A. So we know here B we want stop. So which means it can be empty, right? It can be 0B, right? So if 0B and then point can be any character, it can be in the A. So you can understand here AA equal to here AA, right? So do you think it makes sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense, right? So let me go back. So now we come to here also stop. So now we come to here. So now it stop. So now we need here 3 condition. So now if this J minus 2, so we know here is not 1, right? So we cannot consider the first condition on the first part. Now let's see here. Okay, P raised 1 is stop. We know P raised 1 is stop. Yeah, because here, right? And then here also is 1. So we say here is 1. Maybe you also confused why. Let me. Now we know here we have 2A, right? We have 2A, and then here we do the same thing. Here's empty. So we just, because here can be any point. It can be 0 point or 1 point. But here we just the star can just count only 1 point. If only 1 point, so which means we can be A, right? So that's why AA equal to this AA. I'm not sure, do you compute or not? So hopefully you can understand. And then now we come to here. Now here A equal to A, but we know here it's not 1, right? So we need to put 0 here. And the B not equal to A, we doesn't need to think too much. Just put 0 here. And now here is stop. Now we know start in the first condition is J minus 2, but we know here is not 1, right? So now we pass the first condition. The second condition is the period character should be point, but here it's not point, right? So we don't need to consider this one. Now let's see the third condition. Third condition is okay, is it can be any character, right? It can be it's not only 1. We need to duplicate this one. It can be, even though it's 2B, A, B, B is not equal to 3A, right? So now we need to pass the third condition. Also, it's not matching. So we will say here we need to put a 0. Okay, now we come to here. Here also we know here current character is point. So we need to come to this second part. The second part is, okay, we need to check here first. Now we find out here is not 1, right? So we need to put a 0. Now come to the last one. So we found out the last one is stop, right? A stop, we need to consider this one. now we need to go to here, but we know it's not satisfied in the first condition because even the j minus 2, you can see here is 0. So we pass we don't need to consider the first condition here. Now second condition, okay, is above of the box, right? So we know here is 1. Okay, we satisfy the first condition. Now period character is star. Okay, we satisfy for both condition, right? Okay, period character is pointer and the current pointer here, and then this one also is 1. So now we can see here it should be, we need to put 1 here. So finally we need to return the 2. So I'm not sure, this one a little bit hard to understand, and I know I didn't explain very well, so I already tried my best. So now let's start coding. Now we need to get the length for each string and the p. Now we need to create a dynamic programming. So we need to use 2D array and +1. So we need to here. Okay, I forgot mention first row. We may need, we also have something we need to add, but you can understand coding maybe also, I think it's fine. Oh, so here dp0 I. So now here should be here and p dot drop equal to stop. Now also equal to true. Now we can start implementing the logic. Now if we know here we have the first condition is p dot chart I. No, it's not I. It's -1 equal to stop. If yes, we have 3 conditions, right? First one, so if dp I and the j minus 2 if equal to 2, okay, we say the current dp is also is 2. The second condition is I -1 j equal, and then the p dot trap j minus 2 equal to point. Okay, we say in the 2, right? Else, if the period is the dot, so we can be any number of point. The point, this one can be, the dot can be anything, any character, any single character, right? And here, so now we know the star, right? Star can duplicate the previous character. Can be copy 1 or copy 2 more. Yeah, everything depending on the DP array. So now we will say equal to p j minus 2. If they are same, we need to assign equal to true. Now when we finish the first part, now let's go to the second part. So now the current character is not equal to star in the p string. Now we also have 2 conditions, right? If dpi -1 under, okay, under Even the both characters are same, so we will say the current array current box equal to true. Okay, now second condition is same thing in the beginning under a star chart equal to minus equal to, because the no, we don't need to consider the s, because we know the p dot chart -1 if equal to point, right? So we know the point can be any single character. So now we don't need to consider what is the character in the s string. It doesn't matter for the p, because the point can be anything, can be any character. And finally we need to return. Now let's submit it. Okay, you can see pass on the test case, right? So I would say the time complexity is B of n times m, right? Because you can see we also know space complexity is B of n times m. So thank you for watching.